Paul Merson has claimed one specific Crystal Palace player would transform Everton into a top-6 side. David Moyes is searching for his first win in 4 games ahead of the international break, which starts for next week. There have been plenty of positives to take from Everton's opening weeks of the season, but Duncan Ferguson thinks Everton need a real goalscorer. Finding the back of the net has been a real issue for the Toffees this season, with their top scorer, Iliman Ndiaye, only boasting 2 goals. Everton have chopped and changed their starting striker between Beto and Thierno Barry during the early stages of the new term. However, Merson truly believes that one Crystal Palace player would absolutely transform Everton into a top-6 side. Paul Merson thinks Crystal Palace forward would transform Everton. Over the summer, Moyes was open to signing more than one striker to bolster Everton's options. With so many other requirements in the summer window, Everton had to settle for the addition of the young striker, Barry. Speaking to Sportskeeda, Merson has now claimed the £9 million Palace talisman, Jean-Philippe Mateta, would be the perfect player to lead Everton to Europe. Manchester United should have signed Jean-Philippe Mateta. They could have got him for half the money they spent on Benjamin Sesko. He's one of the only players I wouldn't want to play against if I'm a center back. Mateta can take on the opponent's entire back for on his own, he said. If Mateta played for Everton, I think they would have been a top-6 or top-7 team in the Premier League. Even if Beto and Thierno Barry were rolled into one, it still wouldn't be better than Mateta. That is the problem for Everton. They need a good center forward. Everton will not have Jared Branthwaite fit from injury to try and quiet in Mateta, who has already netted 4 goals across all competitions. The Toffees will have an informed Michael Keane alongside James Tarkowski, but there may be plenty of envy from the home fans watching the France international up top for the Eagles. Paul Merson shares Everton versus Crystal Palace prediction. The Blues may have a slight advantage over Oliver Glasner's side, who only landed back in England recently following their Europa Conference League game in Poland on Thursday. Frustratingly, Everton will be without the suspended Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, which will see Moyes forced to make a big change. 3 points for Everton could take them as high as 4th if results went their way, but ending the drought will be the biggest concern for Moyes. Jamie Carragher expected Everton and Crystal Palace to share the points in a score draw at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Merson also believes all of the contributing factors could well lead to a 1-1 draw. It will be interesting to see how Palace cope with playing in the league after their first away trip in Europe during midweek. It's a tough game coming up as well. Everton are unbeaten at home so far this season, said Merson.